The Hall of Fame ballot came out last week, and some big names are on there. Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, Frank Thomas. We'll get to a variety of them. But are there any surefire first ballot Hall of Famers? Let's go with predictions here, Jack, in terms of some of the new names. What do you got? I'll
tell you what I'm going to be doing on my ballot, Bob. There's no doubt that Greg Maddux as a first-timer is getting in there. You look at what he did, 355 wins, the 4 Cy Youngs. He also won 18 Gold Glove Awards, by the way. Tom Glavine, 305 wins, his teammate. He's going in as well. Frank Thomas is another first-time ballot guy who will get my vote and who I do think will go in. And Biggio, in his second year on the ballot, I think he'll push above that 75% mark. Those are the 4 guys I think will get in. I'll vote for other guys on my ballot, but those are the 4 I think will get in.
Yeah, Biggio at 68.2% last year. Could he get over, or could some of those guys take votes away? You never know what happens in a guy's second year. Maybe the voting sort of thought, Joel, is that guys are going to have to wait, especially with names like Maddux and Glavine on there.
Yeah, I think because there is this quest to put someone in this year, that Maddux might actually break the record, which is Tom Seaver at about 98.7. I think there's 5 guys who've gotten over 98. I think he's got a shot to do it. And then the rest is the New Jersey Turnpike at about 5 o'clock. It's going to be very crowded. I still think Glavine gets in. It's 13 to 15 above average seasons, which I think the new stats people will like. 300-plus wins, old stats like. You could argue he pitched the most important game in Braves history, a one-hit shutout right for 8 innings, the only sports title, professional sports title in the history of the city. He has that. I think he's going to get in. I think Biggio was close enough. I think he's got a shot. I wonder about Frank Thomas, if even though he's been a guy who's always proclaimed he was clean, if there's just this anti-slugger situation that exists in the voting body right now. And I don't think Jack Morris is going to come up with that extra 8% this year because the ballot is so crowded. All
right, we'll talk about Morris in a second. Thomas is interesting to me, though, because I guess Maddux and Glavine, because they're 300-plus wins, they get a lot of attention. You wonder if Thomas would be excluded. I mean, he does have 521 home runs.
Yeah, Bob, but thanks to the steroid era, 500 home runs is no longer an automatic ticket into Cooperstown. We see Rafael Palmeiro, who actually failed a test, obviously Barry Bonds with the suspicion surrounding him, so that is no longer that marker that it once was.
All right, so we've gone from 4 predictions for Jack to 3 for you. Kenny, you're going to winnow the field a little more, right?
Yeah, well, it's like the Price is Right. I'm going under. Yeah, I'm going with 2. I'm going with just Greg Maddux and Craig Biggio. I think Maddux, I'm with Joel. I think he'll break the record. Biggio at 68 last year, I think he'll get that second-year bump. But I think it's just unbelievable gridlock. I think all these pitchers are going to cancel each other out. Glavine against Clemens, against Messina, against Schilling, and same thing with the sluggers, Thomas against Piazza, against Bonds, against Palmeiro.
I understand the 500 homers, Bob, with the steroid era becoming something, and Kenny's right. People are going to look at Thomas's numbers a little closer, but